found out that my last video, where we stopped at 033, failed. Like, it stopped in the middle of me talking. So I'm going to get us to 033, and that's where we pick up in the next video. So this one's going to be quite short. I'm just going to read this couple pages, and then we will continue on, because I don't want you guys missing something and being like, where did this happen? So, and it makes a big deal because of what happens here. So, real quick. We left off with this. I'm coming out, he boomed back. This is section -3-4 and counting. But before I do, let me give you your marching orders. I want a jet fully fueled and ready to fly with a skeleton crew. This jet will be a Lockheed GA or a Delta Supersonic. The range must be at least 2,000 miles. This will be ready in 90 minutes. Cameras rolling and cranking away, flashbulbs popping. The press looked uneasy too. But of course, there was a psychic pressure of those 500 million watchers to be considered. They were real, the job was real, and Richard's 12 pounds of black Irish might be just a figment of his admirable criminal mentality. Richards, a man dressed only in dark slacks and a white shirt rolled up to his elbows, in spite of the fall chill, strolled out from behind a gaggle of unmarked cars 50 yards beyond Lot 16. He was carrying a bullhorn larger than Richard's. From a distance, Amelia could only see that he was wearing small spectacles. They flashed in the dying sunlight. I am Evan McCone. He knew the name, of course. It was supposed to strike fear into his heart. He was not surprised to find that it did strike fear into his heart. Evan McCone was a chief hunter, a direct descendant of J. Edgar Hoover and Heinrich Himmler. And that is why I'm continuing this here, because if I left it where it cut off and didn't add this in the next video, you'd have no idea who McCone was. The personification of steel inside the network's cathode, oh my lord. Cathode glove, a boogeyman, a name to frighten bad children with. If you don't stop playing with your matches, Johnny, I'll let Evan McCone out of your closet. Fleetingly in the eye of memory, he recalled a dream voice. Are you the man, little brother? You're lying, Richards. We know it. A man without a GA rating has no way of getting Dynacore. Good Lord. Let the woman go and come out. We don't want to have to kill her, too. Amelia made a weak, wretched hissing noise. Richards boomed. That may go over in Shaker Heights, little man. In the street, you can buy Dynacore every 2 blocks if you got cash on the line, and I did. Games Federation money. You have 86 minutes. No deal. Cone, yes. I'm sending the woman out now. She's seen the Irish. Amelia was looking at him with stunned horror. Meanwhile, you better get it in gear. 85 minutes. I'm not bluffing, asshole. 1 bullet, and we're going to the moon. No, she whispered. Her face was an unbelieving rictus. You can't believe I'm going to lie for you. If you don't, I'm dead. I'm shot and broken and hardly conscious enough to know what I'm saying. And if I know this is the best way, one way or another, now listen. Dynacore is white and solid, slightly greasy to the touch. No, she clapped her hands over her ears. It looks like a bar of ivory soap. Very dense, though. Now I'm going to describe the imploder ring. She began to weep. I can't. Don't you know that? I have my duty as a citizen. My conscience. I have my... Yeah, and they might find out you lied, he added dryly. Except they won't, because if you back me, they'll cave in. I'll be off like a badass bird. I can't! Richard, send the woman out. The imploder ring is gold, he continued. about 2 inches in diameter. It looks like a key ring with no keys in it. Attached to it is a slim rod, like a mechanical pencil, with a GA trigger device attached to it. The trigger device looks like an eraser on a pencil. She was rocking back and forth, moaning a little. She had a cheek in either hand and was twisting her flesh as if it were dough. I told him I had pulled out to half cock. That means you would be able to see a single small notch just above the surface of the iris. Got it? No answer. She wept and moaned and rocked. Sure you do, he said softly. You're a bright girl, aren't you? I'm not going to lie, he said. If they asked you anything you don't know from Rudy Tooty, you didn't see, you were too scared, except for one thing. I've been holding the ring ever since that first roadblock. You don't know what it was, but I had it in my hand. Better kill me now. Go on, he said. Get out. She stared at him convulsively, her mouth working, her eyes dark holes. The pretty, self-assured woman with the wraparound shades was all gone. Richards wondered if that woman would ever reappear. He did not think so, not wholly. Go, he said. Go, go. I, God. She lunged against the door and half sprung, half fell out. She was on her feet instantly and running. Her hair streamed out behind her, and she seemed very beautiful, almost goddess-like, and she ran into the lukewarm starburst of a million flashbulbs. Carbines flashed up, ready, and were lowered as the crowd ate her. Excuse me. Richard risked cocking an eyebrow over the driver's side window, but could see nothing. He slouched back and glanced at his watch and waited for desolation. And that is where we picked up today. So it was a short one, but it will continue in today's video that I put up. And then we are on to almost being finished, actually. We are almost done. I might finish in the next one. It might take 2 more. I'm really not sure. My throat tickles and it's driving me nuts. I'm really not sure, but I think once I get done with this one, I'm going to pick another book and I'm going to read. I could read anything. I could read the Bible. I could read an encyclopedia. I just like to read. So, I could read Grimm's fairy tales. Let's see. I think I've got an Edgar Allan Poe. I've got some of the Left Behind series. I want to finish getting those before I start reading them. But yeah, I got some Jane Austen, which they're very rough to read because the language is very different, but I think I'd like them. I like the movies anyway. But yeah, we've got quite a few. I'm also reading The Regulators, and after that it says to read Depression, which is funny because, or Desperation, I mean, not Depression, Desperation. I guess Desperation, in the book Regulators, it actually mentions it, so maybe it'll make sense if you read one and then the other. But yeah, I'm just going to kind of chill. So, this video was kind of short, but if there's anybody that has anything they want to say, that's fine. Tell me where you're from, say hello. If not, I'll go ahead and cut it off here in a minute, and we'll add this video to the next, or to the last, and we'll just make this 13, and today will be 14. So, I mean, it's in quite a bit of, like, parts, quite a bit of parts, but I think the parts make it the better part because in between reading, some of it is I've got real that I deal with. I have my munchkins. I make sure they're adults, but they're still my munchkins. My kiddos, I make sure that they have what they need if they need me. So it's no big deal. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and cut it off and say, have a good day. I may be back this evening to read some more of The Running Man, so If not, I will be back tomorrow morning. So I will catch y'all later. You have a good day. Thank you for listening. Love you. Bye.